Hip-hop since 1987.com.
Terrell Thomas, hip-hop since 1987. It's a beautiful day. We live downtown Atlanta, Live Hip Hop Daily Studios. And I'm with a brother who I've been seeing your grind for a long time. I've seen your contribution to hip-hop, what you've done for other artists. You helped myself, you know what I'm saying, and my crew. You out of Mississippi, but you here in Atlanta making a lot of noise. Goes by the name of Korleon. How you feeling today?
Korleon, KOJ, King of the Jack, Prince of the South, King of the City. What I say, I mean. Man, I'm feeling pretty good, man. You know what I'm saying? It's good to finally be sitting down and, you know what I mean, and acting like this, because we been in the same circles and, you know, doing business and around, you know, each other for a minute, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's good to be here, man, and just be able to get a medium and speak to the people and get the message out, you know what I mean?
I can dig that. It's definitely good. Stand-up guy, man. It's definitely good to actually, for us to finally sit down and have an opportunity to talk and whatnot. Now, you've been running around with a lot of heavy hitters in the game. I know one of your OGs, you and Fabo, been all over the world doing things. Lostarr, you and that cat have been doing a lot of things together. So you recently had a project, Counting Up Blessings. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, that's a joint project me and Lostarr did. Shout out to my boy Lostarr. He out of Meridian, Mississippi. You know, Lostarr, he been my boy for a minute. He a real dope producer, and he kind of got on like the Manny Fresh, Dr. Dre tip or whatever, and we always had good chemistry. And so when I decided, when he got into the rap, and I was already like, you know, I've been rapping since I was 16, it just only made sense for us to come together like big timers and shit, you know what I mean? And so that's out, got a bunch of big records on there, joined with damn near anybody you can name. It's like a down south chronic. We got everybody from Freddie Wap to fucking Yo Gotti, Meek Mill, Dolph, got shit, Jadakiss, Pusha T, Twister records. Like we got a bunch of crazy records like you wouldn't even expect to even be in the vault or even to be on an independent project like that. Cause even when we was hitting up platforms and sending it out, they were like, damn. They were like, damn. They were looking at the track list and they were hitting it up like, what y'all got going on? Like we gonna have to do something a little different with this, cause this ain't just a typical project. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like I got a vision to like 2020 Master P this shit. You feel me? Cause I even know from my area, like it's a lot of talent, you know. And the reason why I go by KOJ is because just like when I first say down, you out of Mississippi. And I don't like because when you speak about Georgia, you don't just categorize everybody from Georgia. Like it's Atlanta and then Georgia. You know what I'm saying? And Mississippi is a bunch of different cities within the state, just like Georgia. And so people kind of, when they say Mississippi, they just kind of categorize it as just one big place, kind of think it's like, not saying that's what you would mean, but just in general, people kind of be feeling like it's dirt road, cows and chickens and shit. And nah, it's not like that. Like my whole city is like one big hood. Like this shit dangerous as fuck. Like it wasn't as so much as me kind of just putting it in people's face, but it's just more so kind of stamping this like, yo, it's Mississippi, but it's Jacktown, you know what I mean?
Outside of Jackson, though, because you've taken your talents way outside of Jackson, outside of Mississippi.
Meridian, like, because Meridian 90 miles to the east coming this way, and it's the city right, it's the second biggest city next to Jackson, and it's right on the Alabama state line. And I'm moving around there like I'm in Jackson, you know what I mean? Because I just like, you know, I kind of like to saturate myself, you know? I don't like to just pass through. If I know a couple people, I'm come through and chop it up with you, and, you know, we got good energy, good vibe, we gonna rock, you know? I just be wanting to, I kind of try to show people with my actions that, you know, it's more, you can do some of anything. Because I be having my hand in a lot of stuff. I play politics, I do whatever, you know, you can go back and dig up some dirt. Hear all type of story about all type of things that I ain't gonna just speak on like that, but you know what I mean? You know, wherever you go to, where you know what I'm saying, where I'm known, that people might call me 20 different names and know me for 20 different reasons, but I don't think that's necessarily good or bad, you know what I mean? I just mean I'm well versed in a lot of different areas.
Now, I know in Jacktown, you recently you were caught in a very catchy situation a few Christmases back and whatnot.
Yeah, 2015 Christmas
over
night.
60 shots. Talk to me about what happened in that situation.
50, it was crazy because, like, with the situation with me, It was like I was at my dog Boo Rossini party. It was Christmas night, and it was crazy because like before I left the house, I really didn't even want to go out, and like I was doing everything, like I was calling female, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't catch up with nobody, and I just had like an eerie feeling, and like I forgot what I was doing throughout the day, but for whatever reason, I didn't, like my parents, I didn't get them their presents during the day, so I kind of dipped in their room before I went out and left it, you know what I'm saying? And so I go to the party, and it's like, it's going down this Christmas night, like where everybody having the time of their life, no altercation or nothing, you know what I mean? But I had one of my homies with me that had some issues of his own going on or whatever. And, you know, I had him sliding passenger side with me, and like we leave out the spot to go to another spot, and I'm pulling up at the stop sign, and as soon as I smash the brakes, it's like 2 cats come out on the side of these trucks that was parked, mask bandanaed up already, like you tell it's organized, like, you know what I mean? And they just started hitting at the car. And at the time when they started letting off, we didn't even realize that they was shooting we didn't even realize that that's what was going on, because the first few shots, they would hit the top part of the door of the car, and they were bouncing off the car like it didn't penetrate. But when they went through the bottom part of the door, like it hit my homie in his leg, and he was like, his exact words were, "Damn, they blew my leg off. Such and such told me not to come out." And for this split second, I was just like, damn, they got us. But then something clicked in my head. Now, actually, to my homie on the back seat, he was like, drive, like, hit it, you know what I'm saying? So I hit it. And when I hit it, the tires were shot out. So the car spun around and did a whole 360. But when the car started spinning, they stopped shooting. But as soon as the car straightened back up, they started hitting right back at the passenger side. So right then, it was like obvious that, you know, this what the situation was, cause also, like I said, the homie here already had certain situations going on, but at the same time, it's like kind of get lured into this false sense of security, cause you like, well, he know what he got going on, so you know, I know if I got something serious like that going on, I'm not gonna just be out kicking it all out, you know, I'm gonna move the correct way, so you know, you looking at, you know, this person and kind of trying to gauge their judgment based off of yours, but everybody don't think the same way, you know what I'm saying? And so it was like that situation right there it definitely changed my life more than anything. And even with that, it wasn't like, even when it was kind of like shocking. I was like, damn, they got me. But I didn't ever panic. Because even the time, like if they could go back and play the 911 tape, because the car and shit, the airbags and shit came out, all that shit, the car called the damn people on his own. And the whole time I'm telling, you know, they asking what's going on, I'm telling what's going on. And they, you know, they asking me, is anybody hit? And I'm telling them that me and my homie hit, because the shit was ricocheting in there, and I felt heat, like I really felt like I had got touched. But at the same time, like I said, if you could go back and play this shit, I wasn't panicking or nothing. I just tell them, hey, this what's going on. We headed to the hospital, whoop-de-whoop, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? And it just, when I got into the hospital, I was like, because I know, I've been in situations where a nigga got hit and the adrenaline be popping and they don't even know they get hit till after the fact. So I got in the hospital, I'm lifting my shirt up and shit. I'm like making sure I ain't, you know what I'm saying? And then it just like sunk in, like damn, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I shook that off in about 48.
I mean,
I took it.
I think you shook it off greatly, because I mean you're doing things now that, you know, like if you would have allowed that to catch you up in the bullshit, as you say, you wouldn't be where you are now and whatnot, and you're doing big things right now.
It was crazy, cause like right after that, like I want to say on the 2nd, like that was Christmas on the 2nd, me and Fabo flew up to Detroit, Hot 107. Did an interview, and then like 3 days later, we went to Japan for like 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of time to sit back and reflect and just think, and then at the same time, I had a newborn daughter where she just turned 1, but at that time, you know, she was still in her mother's womb, and I was like, damn, then I also have a daughter that's 12, you know, that I've been in her life since day one. They love me to death, I love her to death, and I was just thinking like how that would affect it. All these other people that's intertwined with me, and I was just like, you know, you owe these people more than what you're doing to put yourself in a situation like that, because I should have never allowed, you know, I should have went with my first mind. That's why now, anytime I think something, I go with that from the door, you know what I'm saying? I don't hesitate or nothing. If I feel like this, I'm gonna do that. Because like I said, the whole time, it was like I didn't even want to go there, but I just did, just off the strength. And like I said, because of the situation of me being able to reflect, like all the little moments, like I was talking about, I left the gift and shit. It was like almost like I damn near didn't think, like I was like, damn, is this like heaven? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I still, like, I mean, is this some Matrix type shit? Like, is this the afterlife? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, like, it took, like, even just going from those two extremes, from being 30, 40, 50 shots to 14-hour flight overseas, you know what I'm saying, within, you know what I mean, a week, you feel me? Like, this crazy, like, you know, there's not many people that's gonna sit there and be, you know what I mean? Like,
they say God walk you through hell sometime to get you to heaven, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely, and that's why it's like, I just feel like at the end of the day, because that's what's going on, whether you know, whether people turn a blind eye to it or not, you know, those type of situations are real life situations for a lot of people on a daily basis, and it's really fucked up, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, you have to speak on it because you speak on your experiences and what you're going through, but you also got to tell people the consequences and repercussions behind your actions. It's like me, like I party, I kick it, like me and Fabo, we the Geek Squad, you know, we go hard, we do what we do, but at the same time, I tell somebody in the heartbeat, hey, just because you see me doing X, Y, Z, or you see me have doing X, Y, Z, don't do that. Just like, for example, like now, a lot of people be tripping because they feel like it's the drug culture in hip-hop, you know, a lot of songs be surround that topic, but that's what people doing on the daily, you know what I'm saying? My thing about that is that was going on way before the day. Like Jimi Hendrix OD, you know, Michael Jackson just OD, Prince just OD, like it's been going on, but they just wasn't speaking on that subject matter in their music, you feel me? But now it's prevalent. Like I started sipping on some scissor after I heard sipping on some scissor. I didn't know what the fuck the shit was, you feel me? I just wanted to do it, not knowing that it's okay. I'm just sipping this shit, thinking I'm cool. Hey, all this shit tastes good, and then a year later, like I'm look where the drink man. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh look, this shit ain't right, you know. And that's I just feel like at the end of the day, if you gonna promote that, you gotta tell them the other side too. You feel me? Like it's a reason why you see people having these seizures and shit and falling out and all different type of shit, and it's because of that, but nobody speak on it. Like, I done had 2-3 seasons myself, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't have a problem with telling you, hey, I went through this is what caused it, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that, you know what I mean?
I dig it. Well, you're taking your things and your entrepreneurship to new levels outside of owning studios in the downtown Atlanta area and having some of today's biggest and brightest stars recording in your studios. You're now taking your talents across the street downtown Atlanta with Phillips Arena being renovated, with Mercedes-Benz Stadium pretty much done.
The Benz saved my life. I'm going to drive a Benz till I die.
It's a lot going on in downtown Atlanta, and now you're bringing a boutique/sneaker store to the area. Talk to me about it.
On ATL, that stands for 101 in French. You know, it's gonna be a high-end sneaker/fashion boutique. You know, cause I'm a sneakerhead, Jordans to be exact. And people kind of join me sometimes about the Jordans and shit, cause I stay posting them and shit, cause I like it. But at the end of the day, I tell them though, like you go buy some Giuseppe's, you can go to Phipps right now and go buy a pair of Giuseppe's and throw them bitches on eBay. You're not gonna be able to get $100 more than what you pay. You might have to take it down $100 or $200 just to get them off. Jordans, I could walk out the store and nigga know I just paid $175, give me $300 for them. Or come buy these motherfuckers right off my feet. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like the same as just spurging on some shit, because at any given moment, I could go take all 70, 80 pair of these bitches and have more money than a lot of motherfuckers put up just, you know what I'm saying, just on the, you know what I mean? Like it's damn near like a stock, because they only put out so many, so it's like the thing to do. And like I say, you know, everybody want to be in the in crowd, you know what I'm saying? So niggas will come literally walk up to you and buy them off of your feet, but they're not gonna do that with Buscemi's and Giuseppe's and all this other shit. You feel me?
So what will you have in your store? What is that?
I'm gonna have definitely the Jordans, Nikes and shit. I got it's a European line called Royals. They on the side, they on the style of like Buscemi's and Louis Vuitton. It's out of Amsterdam. The Pink Dolphin. I'm looking at getting Adidas accounts and different stuff like that. Because what I found out, because like when I first hopped into it, I was like, okay, boom, because I closed on the spot. I'm like, bam, I'm finna go straight to work. Then I get hit with all the bureaucracy and red tape. And so I realized, okay, hold up. You're going to have to slow down a little bit because I was going and getting accounts and doing shit, thinking like, boom, I'm finna have this shit popping right, you know what I'm saying, here and now. But at the end of the day, you know, the groundwork being laid, it's been laid, and, you know, spot gonna be up about 2 months, it's gonna be going down. And like you said, they got this stadium, they finna build all type of stuff around here, hotels, you know, the tailgating shit, like everything, like it's going down then. They just built the dome. The Hawks doing the renovation. Matter of fact, I know that from you, from seeing you up in there. They got Killer Mike in there doing this way. Yeah, it's gonna be live. You feel me? That's why I love Atlanta though, cause it's a city for our people, not to neglect anybody else. But you know, you can really come out here as a black man, and you can find your niche and you can get it in. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first got out here, one of my homies told me, like, man, if you can't get no money out here, then it's not meant for you to have no money. You know what I'm saying? And I find that to be very true, because it's like, you know, if you know what you're doing and you're maneuvering right and you keep everything on the up and up, you're going to do well and prosper. Because I like to call myself, like a lot of folks be having ghost writers. I'm like a ghost executive producer, like, because I really push the button and connect a lot of different situations that some people know, some people don't know. I don't grandstand or boast, you know, it is what it is, but at the same time, it's like, now, because with me having the studio, I was always in work mode, like I was constantly recording, so I was like, even if it was times where I wasn't putting out material, I was still working, so my pen, my sword's still sharp, so it's not like and then I'm not looking at who on the come up or who doing what in this area, that area. I'm listening to Series 44 in the top 100 and listening to these other records because I'm competing with these people because this the level that I'm trying to achieve and pass that. You see what I'm saying? So I sit and I watch and I assess what's going on, but at the same time, because I'm an 80s baby and I grew up, you know, in the time where, you know, Tupac was the shit. Like I got a tattoo across my stomach just because of pop, you know what I'm saying? And that was like the golden era of hip-hop where you really like the 90s and early 2000s where people put out classic material. So like music, especially hip-hop, like is very near and dear to me because I was always into music, but when I first heard rap, and really the first rap that I ever heard was pop because my uncle used to play the shit because like my cousin, he would come around me and he'd be kicking rhymes and shit like that and then we'll hop in the truck and I hear the shit and then he'll look at me laughing. I'm like, nigga, you ain't, you know what I'm saying, this, you know what I'm saying? But that made me just, you know, fall in love with it. And I go to my grandmama's house because she had the MTV and shit because we didn't have it at our crib. And so I'd be up there and I'd just be watching, paying attention to what's going on and shit, and I just fell in love with it. And then when I got old enough and I got a Walkman and shit, I was going to the CD store every week. And I wasn't just, even though with me being from the South, I wasn't just Southern based like I was on, because, you know, when I was growing up, like, we was heavy on, like, it wasn't really too much East Coast, but I was into a lot of the East Coast. At one point, I had a CD book that had everything from Inspector Deck CD to 8 Ball and MJG shit, like on some whole other, like you wouldn't even expect nobody from Mississippi to be on the shit that I was on. But it's just because I love this particular genre of music. When I was coming up though, like my big cousins, they loved Cube and shit. It was more like West Coast because that was like the early 90s and shit, and that's when they kind of started dominating. And then, you know, when Biggie came and shit, because it was like I would hear the records on the radio, I see what we're playing on TV, and then I'd go in the record store and buy those records, you know, commercially, and then as I get into it, I might hear this dude or this dude. Like, I even had a Lil Cease album. It was a song on there that Puff was on. I used to fuck with heavy. I just remember the beat. I don't remember the name of it, but I remember the name of the album, Wonderful World of Caesar Leo, little purple album cover here with the black hat and all that shit. Like, I love this shit, like, for real, you know what I mean?
So you got you and Lostarr have your project in the streets. You'll have your store opening up in a few months. That'll be open before the season kicks off. You got a new project coming out soon with MLK.
Strictly for the sippers, yeah, with MLK. Shout out to MLK and my DJ Twinn. He from the SIP too. He from Canton. That's a area that's basically like how I guess like what the distance that Douglasville is from Atlanta. You feel me? But yeah, that's a project. I got records that come from a time span from like maybe 2 or 3 years ago to yesterday that I'm just compiling the project that I feel that's gonna be some of my best work to date because it's very calculated and I'm being very meticulous with the records that I'm putting out and the message that I'm sending, you know what I mean? So I'm excited about that, you know, because it's like I said, it's like my baby. And then now, like everything is kind of, we in the digital era now, but with that being said, you can control the pace of your own pace of what you put out content and where it goes and whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, if you want to get it in, you got to get it in, you know what I mean? And so with me having the downtime, so to speak, with getting the other spot together, I just been in straight artist mode, you know what I'm saying? And whereas before, I was kind of thinking for a lot of different people and controlling other, you know, different things. So like I said, I'm constantly working, but as far as me putting out projects, putting out things like that, it wasn't just on a consistent basis or as consistent to be. But with that being said, like after that situation that I went through, and then like my grandmother that I was very, very close to, she passed away at the, right, matter of fact, like, I mean, I think 2 days after Christmas last year, and when she died, I mean, like when she went to the hospital or whatever, when I went and I got down there and I realized that, you know, this was gonna be it, cause she was 97, but she was still the same woman that I grew up and raised me all the way up until like a week before she died, you know what I'm saying? So when I got there and I realized it was, you know, it was over with, I had kind of got like real depressed because I got like, because I've been in situations where I lost a lot of people close to me. So like death and shit, like the value of life, I got a different value for life. Like I constantly think about different, you know, scenarios and different things that can happen. I can't help it just because of the things I've been through. But when I got there, I was like, you know, I was real depressed and shit, and I was like going through my thing. And then I took my daughter, we went to the wake, and when she got in there, she broke down, started crying. And so then right there, they took all of my sadness away because I was like, I gotta be, you know what I'm saying, I gotta man up for
That was
you.
the inspiration for the project and stuff?
Yeah. Nah, I mean, that's the inspiration for my thought process. Like the next video that I'm finna drop is a record I dedicated to her called I Miss. And if you listen to it, like even when I dropped it, like people would hear me like, dude, you got me in tears over here, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And cause it's a very real, come from a real space, cause I did, like the first verse on it I did before she passed, and the second verse I did after she passed, and then I shot the video in her house and at her church and stuff like that. So it's like it's gonna have a real deep emotional connection, because at the end of the day, everybody got their grandmas or grandmama, you know what I'm saying, it's close. It's something that people can identify with. And then if you follow me or know me, you know that, you know, that was a large, she was a large part of my life. And so, but when my daughter broke down, I was like, you know, you can't, she can't see you, you know what I'm saying, you got to be, you know what I'm saying, and it's really kind of what helped carry everybody, because even when we was in the funeral, because you got to think, she 97, she permanent, you know, everybody got attachment to her. So while I was looking at to the left and the right, and everybody was in tears except me, you know what I'm saying? And I got a video on my phone right now where she was telling my daughter last time she seen her, like, hey, your dad is like the only one that know my story, because I used to go really, even though, because, you know, when people get older, you think that, you know, they lose their mind, they not the same. But if you sit down and talk to her, you know that she's the same woman that, you know what I'm saying, that was telling you what to do and how to do it, you know what I'm saying, when we were coming up, jumping out the porch or whatever, you feel me? So we never lost that connection. But yeah, she a real big part of the motivation for the project, for the type of content I'm putting out, and just where my mental is. Because I was like, you know what? Instead of drowning yourself in sorrow, I'ma just put out music, because I got all this music put out, and since I did that, it's like a whole, like, it just started chaining events that lead me right here to now, to just gonna lead me to other stuff, you know what I mean? Because I wasn't really moving around doing shit like this. Like, I'll go do interviews here or there and be with Fabo doing different shit or whatever, but it wasn't like I was like, okay, you just focus on what you can do, you know what I'm saying, your thing. I was always over here, over there, over here, over there, you feel me? And then it's because I've had success in other realms and shit. Cause it's like, it be crazy, cause I see people that'll bend and break their neck for other people in situations, not to my own horn, but it's just facts, you know what I'm saying? We could go bar for bar, record for record. I know they not fucking with a picture of me, you know what I'm saying? But just because it's this perception of, okay, he got a little something, it's like, only way I'm gonna do it for him, even if they could do whatever, it's like, shit, he got to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got to goddamn pay for it. You feel me? We got the tax. And I'm like, matter of fact, the car ain't got no roof. Me and Fabo, we had a record called My Car Ain't Got No Roof. That's exactly, you know what I'm saying, the exact name of the record. And you could go back, trace it back. We did it way before Dro did his joint. We did the birthday bash over there at the park, several shows and shit, where we was killing it, where Dro and them was on the same show. And I ain't gonna call the dude name out, but he did, you know, he was seeing how we were working with the record, and so he got on the conference call and was like, you know, we get in rotation for blase blah. And so then a week later, you know, called a nigga back, like, okay, bet, let's do it. It go from blase blah to this and that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it ain't like no little bit, it's like, you went way above the mark, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you said it was gonna take for us to do, you know what I'm saying? And both of us just like, damn. And then we look up, and then, car ain't got no roof, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? That shit crazy.
That's the way shit goes sometimes, man.
Yeah, that's the way shit go, man. Hell yeah, man.
As 2000,
I mean, even before that, like, the Look What I Got, like, 2 Chainz and Dollar record, it was a single off the Flight 360. That's me on a record. That's actually me saying, hop up out the trap, I'm yelling, look what I got. That's from a freestyle I did over David Banner, like a pimp. And like, that's a record that I had that was buzzing in Mississippi, Texas, over in the DJ. Shout out to DJ Finesse, he the president of the Core DJs. But he based out of Jackson. He texted me like, I'm in Def Jam Suite at the Core DJ retreat and Player Circle playing your record is their new single. And I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, with you. I'm saying same beat, same you on the hook and everything. That's they verses. I'm like, man, hell no, ain't no type of way. And then like 2-3 days later, I guess from that situation, I don't know how, they management called, and because they became aware of the situation, and they actually bought the record for me. So I got like my credits and all that type of shit and got paid for it. And then that situation actually what taught me the business aspect of the game, and that like every name up under each one of these songs, that means something. Like they getting a check for something off of this record. Like that taught me the business right there. And so that's what made me kind of go more harder with the studio shit and stuff like that. And because there was an eye opener. Like I saw where the money was coming from. You feel me? I saw it was bigger than just doing shows and shit. You know what I'm saying? And of course selling records. Cause I tell people all the time. Cause a lot of folks, you talk to them and they be like, yeah, I want to drop a mixtape and I'm finna go get $20,000-$30,000 a show. I'm like, damn, how you want to get in the record business and you don't have nothing in your business model of selling records? You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even have this ambition. Cause niggas think, oh, records don't sell anymore. That's a lie. J. Cole dropped tomorrow, he gonna move $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Drake move $1 million. You know what I'm saying? It's just what people buying. Even people, they try to talk about the mumble rap. Yeah, they try to label shit mumble rap. They try to give Migos and Yachty bad rap. But at the end of the day, these folks is on the top 10. You feel me? They selling millions of records, whether you realize it or not. Even if they not selling, even if they albums not doing stupid numbers, they done sold 3-4 million records or 2 or 3 different singles before the album came out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people don't pay attention to. And regardless of how you feel about it personally, it's the same way how they looked on the people that came before us. They were looking at them like they was doing crazy shit because they didn't understand it. They didn't feel it, but obviously somebody feel it because they wouldn't be selling millions of records.
That's how the game go, player. So we know you got your project coming out. We know that you got a new store that'll be downtown here in Atlanta in a few months.
Right up the street. Like I said earlier, I feel like this is my block. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause when I got up over here, you know, when it was known for being studio and stuff like that, like I didn't really know the history of this spot because like her Grand Hustle was based out of there.
Drama was there.
Drama was there. Yeah, matter of fact, when Drama was, when I first came out here, Drama was still over there. And even before that, Noontime, Jazzy Faye, like in the first room I got, like when he came in there, he was like, I produced Show Enough in this room. You feel me? So it was a lot of history that I didn't even know I was walking myself into, and then just through the grace of God, I was able to just continue to build my network and build my brand and build my studio and, you know, turn it into the empire it's becoming today.
Let our folks know where they can follow you and check you out via social media.
Yeah, Korleon, K-O-J, K-O-R-L-E-O-N, K-O-J. You know what I mean? Not the Godfather, because you type that shit in, you ain't gonna get nothing but Al Pacino. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So, yeah, I mean, that's everything. Korleon, K-O-J, you know what I'm saying? ATL.com, you know what I mean? RichBoyEntertainment.com, you know? That's it. You know, you look me up, hit me up, I'm there. I'm always on there, popping shit, trying to make somebody laugh or snapping on somebody, but see, don't get twisted though, because what they don't know is regardless if, you know, I'm the same shit I'm going to say on this damn thing, the same shit I'm going to say to you in person, you know what I'm saying? If we, you know, if it, just depending on what, you know what I'm saying? I mean, regardless, we're going to have a conversation, but if it, whether it be phone or however we have it, when I see you, I'm not finna act like this shit not going on. I'm going, whatever the issue is, but I don't like, because not even before that situation, because like I said, I've been blessed to live through a lot of different shit. And so it's like, I'm not gonna press the line on nobody that don't want, like if it's a situation and I address it and you know, you don't respond in a certain type of way, or if it's not no type, I'm not gonna be on no bully type shit. But if you press the, however you come at me, that's the same way I'm gonna come at you, you know what I'm saying? And people don't know the backstory to a lot of shit, because I know back before I kind of chilled out, little chicks be like, man, you such a bully, whatever. I'm like, no bully, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what the fuck this nigga did, though, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't care, because people always been in my business ever since I was a youngster, because when I jumped out the porch, my city's so small, it's like, you know, people talk, shit be ringing, so it's like my name had been ringing way before Korleon, you know what I'm saying? So
well, they gonna follow you now and get with the music and shit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even with the music though, too, we was going, like in 2006 and 2005, like we was loading up the truck, you know what I'm saying? We were going 2 trucks deep with 10,000, 15,000 CDs down to the Kappa Beach party. I mean, we took an excursion all the way from New York to fucking Phoenix, you know what I mean? Just promoting our shit, you know what I'm saying? Just on our grind. That was before the digital era, you feel me? So, cause I've been doing shit heavy since I was like 15, 16. Like I wasn't playing no games at all. Like, first shit I ever did, like, I thought the shit was terrible. I took it around niggas, they loved it. They took it and played it on the radio and shit. Wasn't mixing masters or nothing, you feel me? And it was like, that's why, aside from that, even with the KOJ, like I said, I make that statement because I want people to identify me with Jackson, but also that's a real thing because I can move from every spectrum, from the lamest of the lane to the streets of the street, like all the places where I be chilling at, a majority of them, like they was the areas where everybody else was scared to be at, you know, and the niggas I used to hang around, the OGs and shit, because I've been like a young OG, because I came up under my cousins. They were 8, 9 years older than me, so if I come up there acting like a little kid, they gonna send me to the house. But, you know, people be like, you know, the type of crowds I used to get in, because I was a little wanna be down nigga, you know what I'm saying, but then I turned into the nigga everybody wanna be down with, and niggas would be like, man, how you fucking with this dude and that dude? be doing this and doing that. And I'm like, man, they doing it to y'all. They not doing it to me. We just chilling. I don't know what you know what I'm saying, what the hell y'all got going on. It ain't got nothing to do with me. But it kind of throw people off because they be like, well, damn, why these niggas robbing us, doing all this shit to us? But he go away because I just wasn't never scared, and I was just always who I was. I wasn't never trying to be no more, no less. And people can't do nothing but respect real, you know what I'm saying?
And there you have it. Terrell Thomas, hip hop since 1987. Out here with Korleon. Stay tuned to hip hop since 1987. Follow this man's movement. See what he's got going on in the city of Atlanta and worldwide.
Follow this man movement because he literally be worldwide too. He trying to downplay this
trying
shit.
To be, man.
This nigga be red carpet, courtside, goddamn, shit.
I see y'all living a good life. I gotta live a good life too.
Hey,
you know what I'm
man,
saying?
yeah, like I said, man, that's what it's about, man. That's the American dream, my brother.
Yeah.
Hip hop since 1987.com.